Good afternoon. Welcome to Thrifty Journal Shop. My name's Amber. If you are new to my channel, welcome and thank you so much for stopping by. Today I am going to share two of my latest glue books with you, and I might do a little process video in here. I've been sort of kind of falling in love with glue booking. I've had a lot of inspiration lately, and for me it's just very free flowing and relaxing. And I'm really trying to use what I have. And I'm really trying to use like trash and junk mail and magazines that I have. And so I recently got some magazines in Happy Mail. And then I've got a few from my mom. And I also have lots of children's book pages. So I'm like, why can't I use those? There's no rules. You can use whatever you have on hand. So first, I'm going to show you this one. This is actually, it's a guide to a lawnmower. So um, Jeff, he got a new lawnmower, and this is the instruction book that came with it. And it's got really thick pages. So I thought, well, this would be great. He was going to throw it away, and I liked the elongated look of it. And I thought, well, this would be perfect for glue booking. So this is the cover. And this was just me sitting down, and I just basically took a bunch of my scraps of fabric and glued them down with the glue stick. Then this was a leaf. I've been playing around with leaves and my painty papers, and I just glued all that down and then ran it through my sewing machine. So I had this really sort of collaged, pretty color. No reason. I just threw it down on the cover and just had fun with it. And then I just added Gypsy Love because I thought that was pretty cool. And then in the inside here, I've got a list of things I'm going to put in here. So I actually got inspired by Caroline on the hillside. She had a flip through of one of her en masse. Hopefully I said that right, because I had never heard that term before. And then I think she had a video linked to Shannon Green, which I'll link everybody down below. And Shannon Green, I went back and watched her video, and it was like 8 years old. And she had this, and she still got it on her channel. She still has it in the description. It's got like 78 categories, and it's just like prompts. I was like, oh, this is fantastic, because if you want to just get into glue booking or get into journaling, or you just want to have some prompts at times, maybe you're stuck, maybe you want to push your creativity, and then you can work on this whenever and whenever. And I find that I'm in the mood some days for different things. Some days I might want to glue book, some days I might want to art journal, some days I just want to glue or cut things out. My brain is fried. So this journal, so I'm going to hold on to this and actually make a larger journal, because I knew I wasn't going to be able to fit all of these in this journal. But I did make my own list here. And I think this has like 50 pages, and I've got 35 here, but I might use 2 of the pages. And I just added some stuff that I had here. So I'm just going to show you kind of what I've done. And then I'm still going through and adding, like here I've gone through and just like put something down on the paper. Like this is gesso. Because these pages are so dark and printed, I want to have something covering them up. And then I realized some of these I painted a really dark color. I don't know, unless I'm going to do a purple page, this might be too much. And I do have a page in here dedicated towards red, but then I didn't know if this stuff would really pop out. So I might go back through and put more white. So I'm just experimenting, I'm just playing around and just starting to add paint to the pages. And if you don't have gesso, you could use white paint, just to get something down on the book. So I wanted to show you what I've done so far. So I had this children's book with elephants. I love elephants. And it was actually kind of a sad story. So, because I was maybe going to turn it into a journal, but it was a sad story. It was about the elephant, and nobody wanted to be his friend because he was different. And so I thought, well, I'm just going to, cut out some of the images. So this is my elephant page. And then I just made some tabs here so I can kind of keep track. And then lo and behold, I got some of these books from some Happy Mail from Meredith, and it's pretty hilarious. It's 1984, and it's just full of like cigarette ads. They forgot back in the day how they really advertised cigarettes and alcohol. so this was kind of a fun page. I probably could have done 4 or 5 with all the cigarette ads. So I just went through and put some of these ads or some of the cigarettes down. And the sayings, of course, are hilarious. You've come a long way, baby. Players go places. And then you've got a lot of these like hip 80 ladies with their hair and everything. So that is that page. And I have a sticker page. So I just started like adding to some of these pages. And then I just put a pocket back here because I like having a pocket, and I just stapled it. And the back cover is just my painty paper. So this is really cool. Like, I'm excited to just create something using totally, junk mail here. So here's a page that I did. I put some white gesso and then I put some blue paint on. And this is my hearts page. And I just basically made all my own hearts. And then I did see some hearts in like a craft book. And here was a necklace made out of hearts. And then I have the watches, and I might add more. They had just these big, huge watches in some of these 1980s magazines. So those are 2 of the pages. And then I think I've got one more in here. Oh, I've got one more page. This page. This was a lot of fun. Sometimes if you're stuck, I love hearts. A lot of times I find myself just drawing hearts and adding hearts to a page. I also really like circles. And so I just used a bunch of different size circles. I took some of my painty paper. I just took some book pages and I just put circles down. And then I went ahead with my marker and just added more circles. And this is something I might go back and add more to. And then I just outlined it with my black Sharpie. And I put a little tab here. And then I can write on this side whatever I'm going to do to this page. But I need to go through and add more gesso, but I've just been working in it. So that is this journal. And I'm just excited to, pull it out and work on it, or, just set these items aside. Some of these I do have a lot of, and you don't need a whole lot of supplies. I've got a few magazines, and I've got lots of books that I can use. Okay, so I have a few composition books, and I also have been watching the rooms, how they take a room and they alter the room. And I know I've watched Caroline on the Hillside do it. And I know there's so many people, and I'm not going to be able to list them all. I'm discovering new people as I'm going along, but I love Caroline's channel, Kristina Shack. I watch her. And then Laura, the half-ass crafter. She has some really cool stuff. And I was actually watching her video the other day about how to like make a paper doll, and just to, start out simple and get a head and a body. And I learned a lot from her to just start off simple. So, this is just going to kind of be just like a glue book. And I just stickered it up here. I've got all these funky stickers, and I went and voted, and I really thought these stickers were cute with the cat. And then I live kind of in a hunting area. So, they've got the silly deer here, and it's just fun stickers. So, and then this page, I don't know, I just stuck stuff on. This is a tag off of a hat, and I really loved this raven and this beautiful Native American woman. And here's some drywall tape. So I just stuck some stuff on. So then I got a little crazy. And this is just a lot of fun. I will zoom in a little bit here. So this room, these are actually two different rooms, but the one thing about like the better homes and gardens is when you get like the rooms, a lot of times they've got writing up here and they've got writing here. So it's almost like you've got to find images to kind of cover the writing, and then they have writing down here. And so you sort of have to like finagle, your way around it. Like here there's writing and writing. And so what's nice about this house and garden is that there's just full rooms. There's not really any writing. And I debated whether or not I was gonna buy like a ring bound with heavy duty paper, and I might down the line. I thought, oh, I'm just gonna use this for right now. And I went ahead and glued, so there was, I think, 80 sheets, and I went ahead and glued 2 sheets together just to give it just to give it a more thick base. So this is just kind of like a wild and crazy kitchen here. And I did what I've seen them do, is like kind of cut out the window. And then this was a scene out of some magazine here. And then I added this Prilosec guy. He's just coming through the window. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. I don't really have a story, but here's the butterfly got in through the window, and we've got this sweet lady sitting on the couch, and everybody looks really happy. But then I noticed I had this woman and she was looking over. So I was like, well, I'm going to have to create a second scene over here. And we've got the large Great Dane. Of course, there was writing down here. So I just, filled this. And then what was really kind of interesting is this was an ad for Orville Redenbacher. And they were all sitting, I've already cut it up, and I have Orville on a different page, but they were sitting on the floor next to the Christmas tree. So I just thought, well, that's perfect. And then I've got this little rabbit, and we've got the porcupine coming through the living room. So, everybody here is welcome. Okay. And now we got the kitchen going on here. So I used some of this masking tape just to kind of keep the page down. My glue was acting up, and just to sort of give the page a little bit more, because these rooms were not really full. And I had sort of a window here. So I've got the flamingo coming through the window, and I've got some chicken soup in the crock pot here. And this guy, he's wearing a really cool sweater. And I sort of makeshifted my own window here and added the mountain scene. And, she's coming in from skiing. And then we've got these sweet little people, and they've got their own little conversation going on with the bunny here. And then this cat just cracked me up, because the cat, I was coming out of the Chewy box. And so I thought that's a perfect spot. And, he's sniffing the little delightful cookies there. So this was my first go at the room. And it was just fun. It was just a fun kind of, I can't even explain it, a different type of creativity. So I really liked this picture in one of these house and garden books. So I just glued it down, and I just added this woman. And I think that's all I'm going to do to the page, because I might put something up here to cover it, but I really just liked the picture with the, I just really like this magazine image. And then you've got the horse painting in the background. Just thought it was very elegant. So then I went ahead today and I did some mark making in here. So that's kind of a way to just break up a white page. A lot of times I'll go through and add some paint. And then if I'm maybe going to collage here, I might go back through and add some stenciling or some collage. This was just using my inks and my stencils. And I just basically went through and just put some color down and marked it and didn't really think it through. I used my heart stencil, and then I love this arrow stencil that I have, and just using my little inks. So I just went through and put some color down. I didn't think it out. I didn't plan where I was going to do it. And then last night, I did this spread. So this is actually, so this is much nicer. These pages out of here are much bigger. They fill the whole page. They have minimal writing. Like there's some writing here. So I don't know if I'm done with this page yet. I'm sorry for the glare here. So this was just a living room, and there was the staircase coming down, and I couldn't really find any people that fit without their head going way off the page. So I found this little girl in the airplane with the applesauce ad, and I knew I was going to add her somewhere. This is Orville Redenbacher. His family's, so this is Orville, and that's his family. So, you know, they're hanging out over here, and he's in the living room. No one's buying with this popcorn, but I'm sure somebody will join him later on. So this woman was actually sitting next to him. So it just worked out that I could sit her there on the chair. And then we've got the rabbit. He decided to join this party. He's in the living room. He came from the kitchen. He just had some chicken soup. I'm making all this up as I'm going along. And we've got a present here because it might be Christmas. I'm not sure. And then we've got the puppy dogs playing. And we've got this really large, elegant woman, and she just came in through the screen door, and she's brought in flowers. There's a piano back here, so there might be music later on. So this was last night, and oh, and I did add a candlestick, but I had to cut it off because the stick was going way up here. And so just having fun. I could see how this could become super addicting. So I thought I would do a room. And let me zoom out just a little bit here. So I picked the room out ahead of time. I didn't want this video to be super long, but I have some things set aside here, but I am going to sort of wing it. I've got a few ideas, but some stuff I'm just going to kind of place it down. So this was cut. So this room was sort of cut off. Up here, there was an ad. So I thought I would just add this this mountain scene here. It's out of a fairy tale book. And I thought, well, maybe that'll be like the outside of the room. So I am just going to glue these down. And I'm just using a glue stick. Some glue sticks are better than others. This is a knockoff Amazon glue, but we'll just use, we'll experiment with the glues. I do like glue sticks. I do think I like the Scotch or the Elmer's glue better. But I'll press it down. So we sort of have a mountain scene there. So I'd love to know what you guys are working on. If you have tried this form of glue booking, if you find it relaxing, different form of creativity, you find it silly. I just find it's just a whole different form of creativity. Okay, so this is a totally 80s kitchen. I'm not loving the brown oaky kind of look, but that's okay. So, all right. And this is whimsical, so it's not supposed to make sense. Let me see what I have here. Okay. So these were part of the Orville Redenbacher family. I don't think I'm going to use any of them in this one. I do have these two folks here, and they were right here. So I was thinking about putting them back here behind the kitchen. So, and I've got a few things here. Some of these I already had cut out just because I thought maybe I'd use them somehow. And this is from one of my favorite children's books, Arthur's Birthday or something like that. And I love the dog. So I thought maybe she would be in the kitchen because, this might be somewhat right? Because usually dogs are in the kitchen doing dishes. So I thought, well, we'd set her here somewhere. And then I've got these two people. And this was you know, they're reenacting a scene. This was out of some Reminisce magazine. So I thought maybe I'd cut them out. They might go here. What else do I have? I wanted to put something up here. Maybe I'll put this lampshade. Let's see. See, my brain's a little all over the place. All right. Cut out this pretty lampshade here. See what we have. I might go there. Kind of like that there. Okay. And then I've got these cute little animals here. I've got an owl and a cat, and I really was liking this cat. This was out of a craft book. So I actually went through a lot of my craft books and found different images that would be cool. I found a lot of ladies. I was looking for bodies and heads. So I found a few. But this kitty cat, I just thought maybe he's going to join in. You know, we had the rabbits on the other page. And maybe he's going to join in. So we're going to set him right there for right now. And then let's see. So I had this fairy tale, and this was the book, and I really liked the unicorn. So I thought maybe I would cut the unicorn out and put the unicorn up here. And we have this sweet little girl too. So let's cut the unicorn out. I know you can get really fine-tuned with the fussy cutting. These are some older scissors. I don't mind fussy cutting. Some days, though, I find it a little exhausting to kind of fine-tune everything. So I am not going to get like super meticulous with this because this is just a glue book. It is a junky glue book, and it's for fun. I think we'll have the unicorn there. I'm just setting stuff down. Okay, what else did I have? I'm going to cut these people out possibly. Oh, before I do that, I have this page. This is like a Dolly Parton children's book. And I thought, well, maybe we'll replace this girl in the chair right here. We've got this kid. I would love to use the whole scene because I think it's kind of cool. And we can probably use that boy with the banjo and the dad with the guitar on another scene. So we're going to cut this little girl out. And I believe this was like a children's book, and this was Dolly Parton when she was young. All right, I'm going to cut this out, and then I will be back. Okay, I'm back. I cut this sweet little couple out, and I've got them down here. And then I did cut Dolly out, and look how perfect that goes right there. It sort of goes right over that chair. So we've got the lamp up here. We've got the unicorn. We've got this fine couple back here. We've got Arthur's mom doing dishes, a little kitty cat, got the little pioneer people popping in for breakfast, and we've got sweet Dolly here. I'm going to see if there's anything else that I can add. Otherwise, I will glue it all down. So let me see. I mean, some of these pictures that I have, see, I love this woman. And that's another cigarette ad. How cool is she? I love her jacket. So fun. The 1980s magazines are so fun. Now see, I've got some more animals. Well, you know what? Maybe we'll add the owl here. Maybe he's going to join in on the party. Let's cut him out. Okay, I think I'm going to change it up a little bit. I don't know, these guys are a little too square for me. They're a little too boring. So I have this image, and then this is out of another children's book. I just thought, how cute is that? Like, that might just be perfect. We've got the raccoon baking the birthday cake. We've got him over here with his party hat and his horn. And we've got the Pioneer people stopping in. We've got little Dolly because it's her birthday. She wanted a unicorn to join. They've got the eggs out here from baking, and the little kitty cat's going to join. Okay, I've got everything glued down, and I'm going to tell the story. So we've got a birthday party going on here, and I added the happy birthday. I just pulled some of my stickers out. So this is the decorator. She came over and decorated. She's also helping with the baking. She brought the eggs. We've got the owl with his party hat and his noisemaker. We've got Arthur's mom on deck to do the dishes. And this is Bob the cat, and he's joining the party. And we've got Dolly over here, and it's actually her birthday, so they're whipping her up a cake. These guys decided they'd pop on over, and the unicorn has come to join the party also. They're going to have unicorn rides later on. So I hope that you enjoyed this. Just going to show you can use magazine pages and children's book pages to add sort of like a fun, different element. So it's kind of all on the fly. I did have the back room scene and a few things, but I just sort of went with it as I went with it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Leave a comment down below. I'd love to know what you guys are working on. If this inspires you to just get out your magazines and play around, I'll be back again. So thank you to everyone I mentioned. I love watching all the different creators and all of your inspiration, and it makes me smile. So I hope you guys find some time today to be goofy and glue, and I hope you get outside and enjoy some fresh air. Once again, thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you soon.